Hi everyone, good morning. So I've walked 6 hours now out of Porto, and as you can see I have now come into the north part of the coast, and I will be traveling for 3 more days in Portugal on the coast on this amazing boardwalk that runs along the coast, almost not stopping at all, at least for the past 6 hours. And I woke up this morning with my body really happy to be waking up and walking again, and my heart heavy. I didn't want to leave Porto right then. I didn't want to get up and move again. It was a hard moment. I didn't want to move. For one, it was nice to be in a place for a whole day. And secondly, I really enjoyed the time with my host in Porto. All the sharing we did sitting around and in the evenings just talking at length was so wonderful. But it also connected me to all the people I've been meeting along the way, and in particular the people that have been hosting me, and the stories they've shared and the way they've opened their hearts. And I had this tinge of heaviness, I don't want to move again. I want to stay longer and get to know this person longer. And that's happened numerous times along the path. And so my body was happy, my heart was sad, and my mind was distracted. I still got up, got out the door before 6, and now I'm getting ready to stop for lunch. And impermanence is a theme that is huge in the spiritual journey. It's huge in my own life. It's been a way that I am finding the teachings of divine love are unraveling in me. And I know I speak about it a lot, and I know impermanence is part of every human being's life. But to be a pilgrim, to realize that not only is my doing this pilgrimage now a moment of spiritual passage, but in life we are pilgrims. In life, all of life is a pilgrimage. And settling into that reality or that truth puts us in a really direct, immediate contact with the impermanence of things. So as soon as we settle into our spiritual nature more and more and more, the impermanence of everything else shines out even more brightly, which means it's going to touch our heart even more deeply and more tenderly. It's going to challenge our ideas about things even more. So it doesn't become less, it becomes more, the impermanence. But with that, noting the impermanence of all the people that I'm meeting and how they're coming and going, and I don't want it to end so quickly, noticing that, let me experience this morning in my desire to not leave, to not move again, that my inner state and your inner state, our inner states are also very impermanent. The feelings that come and go in our heart, they come and go, right? We'll have angst about something, and then the next moment we'll find joy in something that we're gardening or eating, and then we'll have a concern about the future, and then we'll come back into the present moment and have a sweet contentment. So even our inner states are very impermanent. And to me, it's such a blessing to be on a physical pilgrimage to highlight the spiritual pilgrimage that we're all on. In fact, I have this strong belief that when I die, it's going to be such a joyous moment, and that so many people that I love are going to be all there going, "You did it! You did it!" Even if I die not having learned all my lessons, there's still going to be a rejoicing, because each of us here as human beings are on such a path of learning, and learning about what it means to have loss, and learning about what it means to have fullness, and learning what it means to be constant in our state of equanimity with the impermanence that's all around us. I had a funny remembrance as I was walking out the door this morning in my heavy heart and not wanting to leave, of a friend of mine who wrote a book a number of years back. Her name's Lynn McDonald, and she said, "If your horse is dead, get off." And of course, is that a great? And she's hilarious. If you ever see her speak, she gets right to your heart, and she's hilarious. And her message was that in life, we get on horses, a metaphor of like we get into this flow of something that's right in that given moment. It could be big, like being married and having children and having a life-fulfilling career. It could be small, like stepping into a new practice or reading a new book. But her point was that at a certain point in life, that horse usually something about the aspect of it dies. And we can hinder our spiritual growth by staying on the horse. Imagine what that would be like. if you were on a horse and you were riding along and the horse died and you just didn't get off the horse. You just stayed there waiting for the horse to revive itself and live again. I mean, it's comical. And yet in all these little ways in our spiritual growth, I know I do it myself, we can stay on the horse and create an expectation of it to come back to life when we're really meant to just get off the horse and go on. I would have not been content had I stayed in Porto this morning. Even though my heart wanted to stay and I was sad to leave this new friend that I made, I knew it was time to walk, that it was time to go on the next leg of the journey. And the truth always sets us free. So I know that if I had gone against that current and just stayed, it wouldn't have been right. And so, wouldn't you know, within an hour, my heavy heart got on board with the happiness of the body to be walking this beautiful spiritual path. So, my lesson for myself today, a reminder and something to share with you all, is that hard days come and go. And our inner state around these things, they come and go as well. And that's what it means to be human. You know, in The Alchemist, the young shepherd is complaining to the alchemist at a certain point, because the alchemist is like, learn to listen to your heart. And the little boy's like, but my heart is discontent a lot of the times. Why would I want to listen to my heart? And he said, but when your heart has these different emotions and these different sentiments about things, it's because you are alive. So we're not meant to shut that all down. We're meant to feel it and go with it and let it teach us new truth. So anyway, I love you all. It's great. I'm so happy you're walking with me. I can't believe we're on day 18 already. I probably will have another 2 weeks and a day. But Portugal's coming to an end. I re-enter Spain in about 3 days up on the north coast, and the rest of the route will be in Spain. So I love you. And off we go, pilgrims in the world. Let's hold the torch for each other, my friends. Mwah. Take care. Bye.